Hey guys, today I am sadly bringing some news to you. CMON is evil. Now, just as a fair warning before we even get into the logo sting of this video, if you do not like criticism or any kind of thing that isn't positive, this is not the video for you, because this is not a positive thing for you or any backer, and while I'll be calling them out on it, it's not exactly a fun thing to hear about unless you enjoy ripping on corporations, which I mildly do, so I might get a little enjoyment out of it, but again, if you are all about hype and positivity, first of all, this channel might be a little rough for you, but this video particularly will be. So, without further ado, with the warning stated, let's get to it. Okay, so as you all know, I really liked Marvel United. If there was any kind of $200 filler game that I could purchase, that was going to be it. Like, that is the best expensive filler game I have ever seen. I'm kidding, I didn't back it. I have no need for that. If I want a good Marvel game, there are plenty of good Marvel card game. There's a great Marvel card game out right now. If I wanted a great Marvel miniatures game, there's a cool miniatures game out right now. Both of them cheaper than this offering, so I don't know what this is going on about. But whatever, maybe you're a huge Marvel fan and you had to have it, or you just have different tastes than me. That's actually okay. Anyway, Marvel United, huge campaign. Let me actually check. I'm talking live right now. Let me actually check. So 21,290 people backed this game for a total of $2.866 million. So they made almost $3 million on this. By the time they take all of your expensive shipping, it'll definitely be over $3 million. And by the time that they get any late pledge backers as well, probably again over $3 million. So over $3 million and just about 21.3 thousand people backed this game. So huge Kickstarter. And you know what? Everything was going pretty good. You know, they have a campaign page and they're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and, launch this and you'll get it around, I don't know, March 2021, right? March 2021's fine. And then, everybody was like, all right, this sounds great. Let's do this. Let's get it in a year. March 2021, here we come. Then the very post after they launch the Pledge Manager, it says the Pledge Manager is live, plus an expedited shipping option. Now they tease this as kind of a fun post after credits scene, a little tease. By the way, this is coming to retail in August of 2020, and if you want it at the same time, you can pay a little bit extra to get 2-wave shipping for that core box. Now, here's kind of the issue here, just fundamentally. Okay, just fundamentally, the problem is if you go on their Kickstarter page, their actual campaign page, the only time they mention retail is in one sentence at the very bottom under the terms and conditions. It says, if you do not accept these terms, please do not pledge on this project, but instead wait for the retail release. Now they have no hint that the retail release is any time before March 2021. Now, of course they knew this. Do not think that you can launch a board game nationally or worldwide at retail this early and not know about it. They knew this plan was coming, and whether or not they knew exactly August, they knew it was going to be March 2021, I can tell you that much. That just doesn't happen. You don't manufacture all these, you don't ship them all, because by the time it's in August, that means that before August, all the retailers even have it, because they have to have it in their warehouse in stock so they can put it on the shelf the day it launches. They don't get it the day it comes out, so even still, they are shipping this out earlier than August. They are way ahead when it comes to that. Now, anyway, I'll move into that in just a second. Fundamentally, if you know that a year ahead of time it's going to come out to retail, first of all, it is on you to say that to backers. Okay, it is your choice to not say that, to choose not to say that, not forget. CMON's not some indie company run by one dude that's in over his head and doing too much. This is a corporation that's sold on the Chinese stock market that makes millions in revenue that can tell you if a game is coming out to retail. But they decided, no, you know what? You backers, you 21,000, you don't deserve to know that. We're not even going to bother telling you. Okay. And even then, not only that, but you fundamentally bake that into your Kickstarter. It's fine. I actually don't mind it. But what they should have done then, after saying it, is, and hey, if you want to buy that retail, go ahead so that you don't have to pay another, $30 for shipping, whatever it's going to cost to ship these. This shipping's so expensive nowadays, it's ridiculous. Especially with these giant 40mm chibi miniatures that they're sending out with this card game. So it's going to cost you more. So instead, how about you have a pledge option to only buy the add-ons and Kickstarter exclusives? In other words, everything but the core box. You have an all-in option. It's like, hey, you can get everything that we're offering here, but you know what? Because you're going to buy this retail in August anyway, instead of having us ship it to you and cost you more, how about instead you just go actually support your friendly local gaming store and get it at the same time anyway, and for cheaper because you didn't have to pay for shipping. Like that is how they should have set this up. The Kickstarter should have had an option without the core box, but they didn't. Because they also didn't tell you about the whole August delivery. So they've chosen not to do two things fundamentally. Okay, moving on. So they kind of sneak this in. Oh, hey, by the way, that's expected to be, in August. And it's literally in one line, kind of an expedited shipping and all that kind of stuff. With the haha post-credits scene with a twist. Yeah, it's a twist, all right. Then, the very day they close the pledge manager, they're like, okay, you know what? Actually, this was not working correctly. We can't offer you two wave pledges. So we've shut down the Kickstarter or the pledge manager, and it's still shut down. Not only are they already just being total jerks about this and mistreating their backers, but then finally March 13th, they come on and they say, hey, guess what? We're going to relaunch it. And it says right here, the pledge manager will launch next Thursday, March 19th. Now keep that in mind. Thursday, March 19th. So when can and when it's closed, it's not that you can't proceed to the checkout. You can't even access it. You cannot look at prices. You can't look at shipping. You can't look at anything. And then all the way at the bottom, they say, hey, you know what? Because we're good guys, we understand for some that this is not acceptable and that a retail release of the core box will be available before the full Kickstarter arrives. We get it. And because we're such good guys, per our terms and conditions, you can get a full refund if you ask by next Wednesday, the 18th. Now, in case you didn't connect those dates together, they're saying you won't be able to see how much the two-wave shipping will finally cost in the final iteration because we've closed the pledge manager, but we will only open the pledge manager the day after we stop accepting refunds. Now, if that's not some grade A corporate bullcrap, I don't know what is. And if you can defend that, that's by all means. You know what? Once you get a tattoo of CMON right on your butt, I don't care. That's stupid. That is just terrible, terrible treatment of backers. If nothing else, per your terms and conditions, you can at least extend it while the pledge manager is closed. It is unfair to have people not be able to add their add-ons. Maybe they're $1 backer and they wanted to add everything in the pledge manager and then see. They have no idea what the shipping is going to cost them, and they won't know until you change that. And you're saying I won't accept refunds until the day before I choose to open the pledge manager? And that we're not going to extend that. But guess what? We're good guys. And you know what? We're sad to see you go and only ask you consider picking up the game from Spin Masters once it's available on retail. Well, you know what? Maybe people could have done that when you told them to at the very beginning. Maybe we could have done that. Oh, it's so frustrating that CMON can be such jerks to people and people just bend over and take it more. I don't understand how this is okay. I don't understand how a company like Monolith or, God forbid, Archon Studios, if they had pulled crap like this, nobody would be taking it. Nobody would accept that. It's just wrong to purposely make it to where the very day after you stop accepting refunds, you'll open the pledge manager and show people how much it's going to cost them. Because the only reason they don't know is because you lied and didn't tell them about it in the first place. It's just wrong. CMON is evil. They are terrible. They are a terrible company, and they make great games. And that's what really sucks. What really sucks is for the last 2 years, I've given one of their games a Game of the Year award. And I almost feel kind of dirty doing that, but they make some great games. They have some wonderful designers and some wonderful games. I'm not dissing on the game here anymore, and I'm tongue-in-cheek on the beginning. I hope you guys realize that. You back whatever you want. You got the money, you love Marvel, you're gonna have some fun with it, go for it. You're gonna play with your kids? Great. I'd suggest maybe Stuffed Fables or something, a little bit more with more oomph to it, but maybe your kids are super casual and they're not gonna do that, and they'd only play to see, Captain America on a card, and that's fine. I get it. They make some great games. They make some games I absolutely love. But man, are they a terrible company. It blows me away that they can get away with crap like this. That there's not a mass exodus where people aren't, it's saying, you know what? While I love Iron Man just as much as the next American, I am not, or I guess Captain America, we'll do I love Captain America as much as the next American, but I will not stand for this treatment of your own consumers. Your own consumers. The people that are making you a business, and you're going to treat them like this. You're just not going to have a care in the world. You're gonna try and spin it. I mean, I guess you got some from Spin Masters anyway. You're gonna try and spin it. Oh, we're the good guys. We realize you don't like the fact that we didn't tell you about the retail release, and we know that we didn't make the Kickstarter to where you could support your friendly local gaming store early and still get our stuff. We wanted all the money, and I know that that's not for everybody, so we'll offer a refund, but just know that we won't accept it after you actually see the final price. That we'll be changing some things, and some things will update, and especially if you didn't pay for it all right up front, you have no idea how much it's going to cost you, and we don't care. We'll accept your refund, but only before you actually know the full cost. It's terrible. It's terrible, and screw CMON. That's pretty much all I have to say. Comment below and tell me how wrong I am or how right I am or whatever. I would love to get a gauge on here, just because if nothing else, I want to see how many logic hoops people can jump through to excuse this, or how much they're willing to believe that all this is circumstance, that it just happens to be the day after, that they just happened to forget to tell, that they probably just didn't even know that they were going to release worldwide in friendly local gaming stores around the world with the core box in August, that they had no idea putting that on when they said March 2021. They thought that they were going to be just as close to retail. I'd love to hear those logical gymnastics as we try to defend this corporation. And like I said, I mean, I guess if you don't like this video and you don't like me calling out companies that do crap like this to us, you can give it a thumbs down and be like, you know what? I love receiving a crapshoot. I love being lied to, and I love being manipulated by these corporations. But if not, if you actually are okay with somebody standing up to crap like this, that are standing up for your rights as a consumer to actually be treated at least as fair as other people, and that where companies can't just use pretty and fun IP to brand it on a game so people will look the other way, then maybe give it a thumbs up. Maybe share it with somebody that needs to hear this message, because this is crap and it should not continue. We should not accept this. And on that note, I'm done ranting, guys. I told you this wasn't going to be super positive. This was unscripted, so I had no idea how upset I was going to be, but I'm like almost shaking right now, so I need to calm down a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'll go play a game. Maybe I'll go paint a mini or something like that. You should too, by the way. Enjoy the rest of your week. It's Monday when I'm launching this. That means you have a whole week to decide what kind of week you're going to have. Choose to make it a good one. Choose to actually find a game from a company that actually cares about you at least enough not to manipulate you in such a way, and play that game, or just hang out with your friends or your family, or I don't know, have an actual dinner around a dinner table or something like that. Maybe pause the TV, put up the TV trays and eat the hungry man at the dinner table. I don't care. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of your week. As always, I super appreciate you guys being here. I'm not going to put in a big plug about Patreon or anything like that. I really, really want to say that you guys rock, and I know that I'm opinionated, and I get that I'm not for everybody, but, opinionated or not, at least I'm honest. All right, guys, I will talk to you again very soon.